Welcome. Today I'm going to explain why not caring about your goal will help you achieve your goal. The first thing you have to understand is that success or a goal achievement is basically an effect or a result. And results must have a cause. If we look at the law of cause and effect, we basically know that this is true. Okay? And we also know that a cause has to be created by an action. Because if you don't take action, then the cause cannot happen. Action is created by effort. So if you want to create an action, you have to put effort in. Effort is created by energy. So if you want to put out effort, you have to do it through energy. Then we arrive at energy. The more energy that you put into something, the more effort that's required. So if you want to put more energy into something, you have to have more effort. So if you want to, for example, lift a really heavy rock, you need to have more effort. Okay? And having more energy is actually a myth. So you can't really have more energy, you can only transform more energy. Let me explain. The first law of thermodynamics basically states that energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed. Now what this means is that the solution we have to look at in order to have more energy, to have more effort, to create more action, to create causes, to create the result you want, is to transform energy. So instead of trying to find out how to get more or how to use more, we're going to transform more. Now how we do that is actually by freeing up emotions, because an emotion is basically energy in motion. And a lot of our energy is actually spent on these emotions. So if you want to transform energy, we have to free up emotions so we can free up the energy from the emotions and so we can use that energy towards creating the result you want, which is your goal. And how do we do that? Well, the most common emotions that people usually have who don't achieve results are worry, anxiety, fear, desire, and neediness. Now, really quickly, these emotions are caused by importance. What that means is if you are, for example, standing on the edge of a building and you look down, then you start to feel fear. Why? Because your mind thinks it's important that you don't jump off, because otherwise you will die. But if you just stand on the floor in your middle of your room, then nothing happens because it's not as important to you. Or another example, if you want to buy a newspaper, then it's probably not as important to you if you don't buy it for the day. So for example, if you miss out, if the shop is closed, if you don't have your wallet with you, then it doesn't really matter. It's not the end of the world. But on the other hand, if you haven't eaten for 48 hours and you need to eat something because otherwise you're really going to go bad, then this is obviously very important. So you start to feel these emotions. Okay? And importance is basically how important you perceive things, as I just explained. You wouldn't care so much about a piece of paper, but you would care a lot about achieving 10K a month. That's kind of the example. And if you reduce importance, then you actually reduce these emotions. So by seeing your goal in the same way as something which you don't care about, you actually achieve your goal faster, for the reasons I just explained. Quick recap, and then I'm going to give you an example. If you don't care about your goal, you reduce importance. If you reduce importance, you reduce emotions. These emotions free up energy, because emotions are basically energy in motion. When you transform this energy, then you actually start to create more effort. With this effort, you're going to create more action. With the action, you're going to put the causes into motion that are going to achieve the result you want, or the goal. The final example I want to give you in order to demonstrate this is you have to realize that the problems you currently experience are very small in comparison to your life. So if you would kind of look at this, imagine that the problems you're currently experiencing will be gone in a few weeks, they will be gone in a few months, they will be gone in a few years. And after that, compared to your entire life, you look back and you see, wow, that wasn't really as bad as I thought it would be. Wow, at the time I didn't have much money, but now since I do have a lot of money, it doesn't really matter anymore at all. And then compared even to the entire universe. So right now, when you're watching this video, you might have some problems in your business that you don't like, or you might be in a situation that you don't want to be in. But you have to realize that compared to the entire course of your life, compared to the entire course of the universe, this is incrementally small. So really, if you want to achieve your goal faster, the key, for me at least, has been to don't care about your goal. Because once again, this frees up the energy which you can use to put more cause to effect and to create the result that you want. Hope you enjoyed it, and looking forward to seeing the next one.